Hey everyone, it's Mr. Harrington now. Again, I'm not going to be there again for the second Friday in a row. But today's a half day, short day, another one. But we can get some stuff accomplished. So yesterday I handed out the Who's War assignment. If you're here, Jelliana, you can pick it up underneath the turn-in tray over there. It's this essay written by a guy named John Reed on his reasons why he doesn't believe that World War I is our war to get involved with. It's kind of a weird timing to give you this document now, but I still believe it has some benefit to it. Hopefully you read it last night. Now what I want you to do today on a sheet of paper, and you don't need to use the entire sheet for this, but I want you to compare Schink's, because yesterday you also got a copy of Schink's pamphlet of why he opposed the war, and I want you to compare that to John Reed's essay, Who's War. Take a look at their reasons for why they're opposing this war, because we usually talk about World War I in kind of a positive light of us fighting for making the world free for democracy or safe for democracy and protecting our neutrality rights, but these are two strong opponents. And there are others. Eugene Debs, we've talked about him before. He's going to go to prison protesting World War I. So I want you to compare, forgetting their names right now. I want you to compare Reed. I want you to compare him to Schenck and their reasons and their style and how are they opposing World War I. Who do you think is opposing it from the better points of view? All right. So that's the first task. After that, you're going to get the 14 points. So if you can you can obviously tell behind this you've got Germany asks for peace on Wilson's 14 points. So 14 points are very important to World War I and the failure to prevent another one of these things, because it's definitely not known as World War I when we fight it, or when we're actually trying to get the peace. Wilson really wants to be involved in the peace effort. In fact, that's one of the reasons why we get into the war anyway. He's got a plan on how to try to prevent wars from happening. He's kind of seeing a trend of more wars happening worldwide, and he wants to kind of slow or stop that pace. He's an idealist. He's definitely an idealist. All right, but you're going to get a copy of the 14 points right here. All right. So what I want you to do is read through it, highlight it, and tear this thing up. All right, this is one of those key documents you must know. It's the basis for the Treaty of Versailles, which we will not sign on to, and we'll talk about on Monday, or actually Tuesday, why we will not sign on to the Treaty of Versailles. We're going to talk about guys like Henry Cabot Lodge. All right, so you're going to get this. On the other half of that paper, I want you to answer the questions for consideration. This should take up the rest of the time, especially reading through the 14 points. Make sure you understand it. I'm going to post a video to the Google Classroom of another teacher. Now, it's not me. I can't take credit for it, but he explains the 14 points in an interesting way. So look for that as well. Read. Do the questions for consideration. This weekend I need you to read chapter 31. Look at those videos on chapter 31 as well, because we're going to Monday you're going to have preparation for the ACT. We may have some time left over that. Tuesday we're going to finish up everything we need to do with World War I in about 15 to 20 minutes. Then we're going to move on to the 1920s. So reading chapter 31 and having use those videos to go along with it. All right, now we'll see you on Monday.